Hello guys, and welcome back to my repair bench. I have a new job in, and it consists of two board sets. They're actually two Tempest board sets. Here's the first one, and the second one is right there. Okay. This is a matching board set. You can see the serial number is 21337, and over here it's upside down, but you will see it is 21337. So this is actually a matching set, which is pretty cool. This one has some green corrosion nonsense going on up here, just a touch. We are going to take care of that with some toilet bowl cleaner in this general area right here. So this board will get thoroughly cleaned, and over here I'm going to knock this stuff out with some hydrochloric acid, and I'm going to go ahead and dump all the ROMs and verify all the ROMs before I do anything. When it comes to Tempest, there's so many ROMs here. That's how I like to go about it. I like to just dump them all and verify them all. So, and from my experience, there's always a couple bad ROMs. Whenever I get a Tempest repair in, there's always a couple bad ROMs, and a lot of times it's these guys. So, we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and do that first thing. I'm going to go ahead and pull all these guys and go make sure they're good. Okay, so I just cleaned the main board. The sockets are really pretty good looking. I actually brushed some of that hydrochloric acid over these. And just did not let it sit there long. I just kind of brushed it on and then rinsed it off. But I got this really good here, and you can see where that corrosion on the board was seeping over this way, because that hydrochloric acid was all over here too, but there's no corrosion here, so it doesn't turn the traces any kind of a color. But up here you can see where the corrosion was. That hydrochloric acid just kind of makes a mess of the traces, but it removes the corrosion at least. So that's as good as it's going to get. So that'll be okay. We'll get it. I don't think it'll get any worse. I hope. I don't know how that works exactly, but I gave it a hydrochloric acid toilet bowl cleaner treatment. And that's what the traces look like. It don't look good, but they're not bad. We'll see. Anyway, this thing did have a bad ROM. One bad ROM. This one right here, the 111 ROM, was no good. Luckily, I had another one right here in my stash. I had a good one, so I'll pop that right there, and we'll have a good ROM set, clean board. I got to clean the aux board yet. It's down here, so I'll clean that one up and probably do that tomorrow. Then we'll be ready to fire this thing up, put it together and fire it up. Oh, I am going to replace this socket in case I want to use the fluke. I need a decent socket. So that'll do. See you tomorrow. And today is, what is today? Today is Sunday, the 28th of June. So see ya tomorrow on Monday evening. Hello guys, and welcome back. It is Wednesday, July the 1st, 2020. I just got this cleaned up. You remember this is the one that had the little bit of green stuff over here, and it had a bad vector ROM. This one right here was bad. The other ones tested good, you know, they verified good, so I just cleaned the legs and straightened them as good as I could and cleaned up the sockets and put the chips back in the board, so we should be good to go there. I replaced the CPU socket. So we're ready to fire this thing up. I got it all hooked up. I've got it hooked up to this guy. I've got my voltage meter ready to go to test voltages. I've got it hooked to 5 volts. I have went through and I beeped continuity, made sure nothing was shorted to ground. So I think we're good to fire this thing up and check our voltages and see if we get anything on the screen over here. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, LEDs are on. And if we look over down here, we're just getting a dot. We're getting no video at all, no vector video. And if we look at our voltages, that's a solid 5 volts right there on the 5 volt rail. So let's go ahead and check other voltages. Here is +5 for the DAC, +5 on DAC, and that's 5. That's good. And let's check our +15 for the amps, and that is not existent, and -15 for the amps. Also no voltage. Okay, so we are missing our plus and -15 volts. Okay, this is the where is it? Where are you? Okay, this guy right here is 7915, so that is common in out. So I want to very carefully get on the middle pin, and the middle pin only. It looks like there's no voltage in. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to that's 5. Nothing. Okay, it looks like I'm getting nothing out of my AR, so oh, you know why that is? My AR is not plugged in. Oh, goodness gracious. AR power supply is not plugged in, for God's sake. Okay, hold on a second, let me plug this in and we'll restart. Okay, now I have the AR plugged in and I have it turned on, and we can go through, and you know, our 5 volts was 5 volts. That was good. And our DAC 5 volts is 5 volts. Now our -15 is -15, and our +15 is 15, 14, 74, good enough. So we got it plugged in, and remember, it was cleaning the ROM legs, it was replacing this socket, one bad ROM right here. So I took one out of my stash that I had, put it in, cleaned this board. I washed this board up, and I simple greened these sockets and cleaned them really good. These have been resoldered by somebody, the pin headers. So they looked okay. And anyway, I've got it on. And you can see it here. It's working just fine. So I am going to go ahead and hook it up to my vector monitor over there, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so I've got the vector monitor hooked up now, and we'll go ahead and fire it on. Okay, so now I've got it hooked up to both this monitor and the vector monitor. Doesn't seem to be doing anything over there. It's not doing anything over here, and the spot killer is on. We got a spot killer on. That's interesting. Very interesting. See, it's working here. What I kind of suspect. There it is. Got bad pots. See if I can hold this steady. Yeah, I'll mess with these pots a little bit. Yeah, we've got bad pots. It was just overdriving the monitor, so it shut it down. Let's put it into test. Reset it. Okay, let's mess with these bip lines. These pots really need some deoxit. Okay. Alright. It looks good now. I mean, it looks good. I'm going to shoot these pots with some deoxit. They really need to be worked. And I need to do a sound test. It didn't give me an error as far as pokies when I put it into test. So what I want to do is just kind of set the camera up to where I don't have to hold it and do some sound testing and stuff. Trackball tests. Okay, I've got it in test, and I'm just going to go through switch test, and switch test should give audio tones. Okay, here's fire, here's zap. There it is. 2 player, 1 player, coin, 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 slam. Slam advances the test. And here's the pokey test. And trackball test. Works great. Take it out of test. And let's coin it up and kind of mess through playing a game. Credit and start. And we'll start easy. And that, people, is a successful test. Now this one right here, I will let it sit and leave it on. Yep. And just leave it be. Yeah, I got it on both these screens. And there she is. Looking good. Looking good, yep. So we'll just let this one run. And that'll be Tempest PCB #1 of this set. I've got another one. It's sitting right over there. I got to get to. Okay. #1 is done. Excellent. Thanks for watching, guys. Nice, quick, little, easy one. Just a bad ROM. A bad ROM and cleaning up. The pots need to be shot with some deoxit, which I will do, and work them and make sure they're good and solid. And if I have to, I'll replace a pot, you know, but I shouldn't have to. I think I can just shoot them with some deoxit and they'll be renewed and work great. So it's pretty solid right now. It's not jittering or fidgeting at all, so those pots are probably going to be okay. Just cleaning up. You know, I cleaned up all those sockets, cleaned the boards good, kind of neutralized this corrosion crap that was going on over here. Yeah, so. Well, we'll see you on the next one, guys. And take it easy and peace.